Hey everyone, ready to dive in.
Always up for a deep dive, especially when it's about someone like Vidya Balan.
She's an icon, no doubt about it.
And her career. It's fascinating.
That's what we're here to unpack today, right? Her journey, the challenges she's faced, the way she's reshaped Bollywood. It's pretty remarkable.
You sent over some articles, and yeah, she's not your average Bollywood star, that's for sure.
Exactly. So where should we even begin with someone like Vidya Balan?
Well, her early life is a good place to start, right?
Right, because she wasn't exactly your child star dreaming of the silver screen from day one.
Not at all. This is a woman with a master's degree in sociology.
Can you imagine? Like, talk about breaking the mold.
It really makes you wonder what drew her to the world of acting with a background like that.
Seriously. And her early roles, even those were kind of unexpected.
You mean like Hum Panch, that was huge.
Yeah, exactly. Who would have thought that the nerdy sister on that show would become the powerhouse actress she is today?
It's a good reminder that sometimes the most unconventional paths lead to the most interesting destinations.
For sure. But it wasn't all smooth sailing for her, was it? I mean, those early rejections she faced must have been brutal.
Brutal and unfortunately pretty common, especially back then.
What do you mean?
Well, she was told she was too plain, too fat.
Ugh, those words are just the worst.
The worst. And they reflect these deep-seated biases that existed within the South Indian film industry, which, to be honest, still exist in some ways, even today.
It's hard to believe that someone with her talent and presence would be dismissed based solely on her looks.
Right, and it wasn't just talk either. Her debut film in Malayalam, Chakram, it was actually shelved during production.
You're kidding.
Nope, she was even branded a jinx for a while there.
That's awful. It's amazing she didn't give up after that.
Talk about resilience, right? It's almost like those experiences fueled her determination to prove everyone wrong.
And prove them wrong she did. Because then 2005 rolls around and Parinitha happens.
Parinita was a game changer, wouldn't you say?
Absolutely. It wasn't your typical Bollywood romance. And her performance as Lolita, she brought this quiet strength to the role.
And she was acting alongside Saif Ali Khan and Sanjay Dutt in that one, right? Established stars.
Exactly. But she held her own, didn't she?
More than held her own. She captivated audiences.
And the critics. The awards, the recognition, it was well-deserved.
Absolutely. That's when things really started to change for her, I think.
It's true. She could have easily stuck with those safe, conventional roles after that success.
But that's not Vidya's style, is it?
Definitely not. Instead, she used that success to push boundaries, to take on roles that challenged not just her, but the industry itself.
And that leads us to The Dirty Picture in 2011. Now, that was a film that got people talking.
To say the least. We should probably dedicate a whole other deep dive to that one, but...
Agreed. But for now, let's just say that Vidya's portrayal of Silk Smitha was a masterclass in breaking down stereotypes.
It really was. And her transformation for the role, too, gaining weight to accurately portray Silk. She sparked a national conversation about body image and beauty standards.
And she did it all with such confidence and grace.
Exactly. It was empowering, to see a woman embrace her body, her sexuality on her own terms. It was revolutionary, especially in the context of Bollywood.
And then, as if The Dirty Picture wasn't enough of a statement, she followed it up with Kahani in 2012.
Talk about a 1-2 punch.
Yeah.
2 back-to-back films that shattered expectations and cemented her status as a true force to be reckoned with in Bollywood.
And let's not forget Kahani. She carried that entire film. No big-name male co-star, just pure Vidya Balan talent.
And she was phenomenal in it. The intensity, the vulnerability, the way she commanded every scene, it was a masterclass in acting.
It proved, without a doubt, that women-centric stories, told from their perspectives, could be commercially successful and critically acclaimed.
And she did it all while facing incredible scrutiny from the media. The constant rumors, the body shaming. She's had to navigate a lot over the years.
Which makes her success all the more impressive, wouldn't you say?
Absolutely. But we'll dive into all of that and more right after this quick break.
It's tough, though, right? Because with that level of fame comes a whole other level of scrutiny. Especially for women in Bollywood, it feels like they're constantly being judged.
You're not wrong. The pressure to conform, to fit into this very specific mold, it's intense. And Vidya, she's been very vocal about the challenges she's faced.
Oh, absolutely. The body shaming, the fashion critiques. It's like people couldn't handle the fact that she was successful and didn't fit into their narrow definition of what a Bollywood actress should look like.
The tale is old as time, unfortunately.
And it's interesting because Instead of trying to please everyone, she doubled down on her individuality. Remember the whole controversy surrounding her fashion choices early in her career?
I mean, who could forget? Certain media outlets were relentless, calling her frumpy, saying she was unfit for Bollywood. It was brutal.
It really was. But here's the thing. Vidya refused to be defined by those criticisms. Exactly. She didn't try to shrink herself or change who she was to appease the critics. She embraced her curves, her personal style.
And continued to make bold choices, both on and off screen.
Which, let's be honest, probably made those critics even more riled up.
Probably. But it also earned her a ton of respect.
Yeah.
Because she was being true to herself, and people connected with that authenticity. It was refreshing.
Definitely. And it wasn't just about her appearance. The media scrutiny extended to her personal life, too.
Oh, yeah. The constant rumors about her relationships with co-stars. It's like they couldn't handle the fact that she was a successful, independent woman who didn't fit their narrative.
It's like they couldn't believe a woman could be successful without a man behind her, you know?
It's ridiculous. But again, Vidya handled it all with such grace. She never really engaged in the gossip, didn't let it derail her.
She let her work speak for itself, and that's a powerful statement in itself.
Totally. It takes a lot of strength to rise above that kind of negativity, and it would have been so easy to get bogged down by it all. But instead, she used her platform to advocate for important causes, to speak out against the very things she was being criticized for.
It's almost like those experiences fueled her activism, don't you think?
For sure. She's become a vocal advocate for body positivity, for women's rights.
And it all ties back to her on-screen persona, too.
Right. Like, it's not just about the roles she chooses, but the message she sends through those roles and through her actions off-screen.
It all feels very connected, very authentic.
Exactly. And you know what's amazing? Amidst all of this, she still managed to maintain this sense of humor, this down-to-earth quality.
She's relatable even with all the fame and success.
Totally. And you mentioned earlier that there were some fun facts about Vidya that blew your mind. I'm curious.
Well, for one, did you know she's a polyglot?
Really? I had no idea.
Yep. She speaks Tamil, Hindi, English, Bengali.
Wow, that's impressive. It makes sense, though, when you consider her range as an actress.
And her commitment to her craft. I mean, we talked about the physical transformation for the dirty picture, but that dedication to authenticity is present in so much of her work.
It's true. She's known for really immersing herself in her roles.
Method acting at its finest.
Exactly. And her talent hasn't gone unnoticed. I mean, winning the National Film Award for Best Actress for The Dirty Picture, that's huge.
That's like winning an Oscar in India. It's a testament to her impact, the way she's elevated the standard for actresses in Bollywood.
Absolutely. And she's done it all on her own terms, which is even more inspiring.
100%.
You know, it's interesting, though. Even after achieving such incredible success in Bollywood, she hasn't really gone back to act in South Indian films since those early rejections.
That's true. Makes you wonder why.
Maybe it's intentional, like a way of moving on from those negative experiences.
Or maybe she's just waiting for the right project, the right script that speaks to her in that space.
Oh, imagine if she found a project that brought her full circle. That would be incredible.
Talk about a power move.
Seriously. But regardless of whether she graces the South Indian screen again, one thing's clear. Vidya Balan is a force to be reckoned with.
Absolutely. And her journey is far from over. I, for one, am excited to see what she does next.
Me too. She's a true icon, both on and off screen. And her story is a reminder that it's remarkable when you think about it. From facing rejection, being labeled a jinx, to becoming one of the most respected actresses, not just in Bollywood, but in Indian cinema, Vidya's journey is truly something special.
It really is. And you know what stands out to me? It's not just about the fame or the awards, though she has plenty of those. It's the impact she's had, the conversations she's started, the way she's reshaped, redefined, really, what it means to be a leading lady in Bollywood and beyond.
It's like she's shattered stereotypes, thrown out the old rule book. She's challenged the status quo at every turn and come out on top. And she's shown everyone that real stardom, true influence, it comes from being authentic, from embracing your true self, curves and all.
And in doing so, she's become a beacon, a role model for a new generation of actors. Not just actresses, actors. Encouraging them to take risks, push those boundaries, use their platform to make a real difference.
She's raised the bar for everyone, wouldn't you say?
Without a doubt.
Proving you can be successful on your own terms, without compromising your values, your individuality, your voice.
It makes you think, where does Bollywood go from here? I mean, Has Vidya's influence, has it created a lasting change?
Yeah.
Or will things eventually revert back to the old ways?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? We're seeing this surge in women-centric films, diverse stories, different perspectives. Will it last?
It's hard to say for sure. The cynic in me wonders. But one thing's certain. Vidya's impact, her legacy, it's undeniable. She's shifted the entire conversation, challenged those gatekeepers. She's empowered not just a generation of storytellers, but a generation of audience members as well.
It's like she's given everyone permission, the industry, even ourselves, to embrace something different.
Something real.
Exactly. Something that reflects the complexities of women, their experiences, their stories.
And I think that's what I find most exciting about her legacy, that sense of possibility she represents, the hope that Bollywood, maybe even Indian society as a whole, is ready for a change that embraces authenticity, individuality, the power of women's stories.
What an incredible thought to leave on. I don't know about you, but I am so incredibly inspired by Vidya Balan and everything she represents. She's a true icon, both on and off the screen.
Couldn't agree more.
And her story, it's a powerful reminder that being courageous, resilient, and true to yourself, it really does make a difference, not just for yourself, but for everyone around you. So until next time, keep exploring, keep questioning, and never lose that spirit of curiosity. Thanks for joining us for this deep dive.
It's been a pleasure.